fourth in the class. Fourth of our graduation class. Yeah, he was fourth. He graduated.
Chris Boswell.
Damn, he didn't get valedictorian or nothing like that, but
that's fielded in the end zone.
He was on the stage though.
He was one person behind third spot. Let's
make
just
it the 24-yard line.
He was one of the smartest.
Well, y'all school was dumb, so far they don't take that great.
Why you gotta fill in our school, son?
Y'all school,
y'all shitty ass school.
Nigga see y'all shitty ass school.
Here we go.
Dion went to that school.
I know.
13.
Shitty ass school.
Good set.
That's cover 4.
That's the greatest for that.
Play
That's
action.
cover 4.
It's Breeze. Caught by Tyler Watson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion.
Yeah.
But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Out
so even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Still running out that 3-4
eye. Out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, he went out the 3-4 eye. Shit.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's see. Cover 2.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Breeze now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 26 yards. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Linebackers on the field. Fuck it. I need Craig Robinson on the field. That nigga need plays.
Left.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hurry up, let's go!
Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now so a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Brees now to throw. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw is Brees. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of a 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Brees to throw for it on 4th. Try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Thomas, the intended target.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast. On second down, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Snickers, 66.
Now Ben on third and long. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete.
Oh, my God.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Shit. Oh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights him off. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On second down, it's Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, you know, the top 5, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number 1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I gotta keep nickel football team.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Let's go now.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They were running right through it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brittany. Bring my phone. Bring my phone out of there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Because I took him off,
a
man.
Yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
Give my
bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
This is going to be intercepted. He's
just bring my phone.
His own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game.
Thanks.
You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. false start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds.
Give me a hug.
There are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
I can't get no hug.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have a lot of candy.
Let's go.
I don't know.
A give to Bell. It'll be a gain of 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
Chocolate?
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Stop lying. Just stop lying.
They'll try and run for it down. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go into this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. He's going to fly.
Oh, he got under his nose,
man.
Why you don't get it that long, Bree?
Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a very good return as he takes it.
Right, a whole wide deep man, and Breeze just threw it sky high.
Twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll run it with Bell. Bell chefs him off. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The give is to Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can
down the
backfire
field. I mean, wide open running. He was gone. Stop throwing up.
Never take that for granted, no matter who
You
you're
put it
playing, no
high,
matter
so
where
high in
you're
the
playing.
air that the corner, but the safety just came right there.
And you know you primed the pump
Oh,
all
you
week
mean me?
in your own
I can't right there.
You was beat. You was the linebacker. You was beat bad. I seen that.
I used it there.
Yeah, the ball was in the air for 30 seconds.
Get it done.
Oh my goodness. This is why I fucking hate this game.
Don't hate the game. Hate the team.